Now entering Degenerate Danger Zone. Events occur in real time.
And we're back with another exciting edition of Degenerate Danger Zone, presented to you by Carmine's. They're back, folks. As always, I'm Maniac, joined unfortunately by Degenerate Al, Topher, and producer Burrs. Boys, how are we doing this fine evening?
How does it feel to be rocking your head like that without all the hair?
It's a lot. It's a giant weight off my shoulders in more ways than one.
This is our first show since the haircut, right? Like
Oh, yeah.
any train wreck platform.
Anything.
Yeah.
Across all platforms is a big move. Had to be done. I'm proud to be bringing you Maniac 2.0.
I just feel good being the only one in the positives last week. Seems like you guys definitely took some hits.
Positives last week. Positives for the season.
Life's good.
Tough. It was
Life's
brutal.
good. And having a really solid football season, that's rare for me.
It was a tough weekend last weekend in more ways than one. We all took a couple of hits. I'm not talking about Michael Phelps' bong here.
No.
Topher, what do you have to say for your minus 5 unit showing last week?
It was easily in gambling history one of the worst performances out of anyone ever. Not only did I lose all 3 games, not only am I down 5 units. It sounds so much worse when you start measuring in money. So I'm down 5 units. Sounds bad.
Yeah,
Down
let's
7 units on the year. But all 3 of my teams, not only did they lose, they all got killed. The Broncos, I said they were going to go into that MLS stadium and blow them out, orange everywhere. They got shut out. My San Diego State got blown out, which never happens. I mean, they spent a little too much time at Coronado. I don't know what happened. Just one of the worst. I thought I was gonna walk in here today. You guys were gonna ask me to turn in my badge and just send me home. Like, it was that bad.
What were the combined scores of those games? Like, you added the totals.
I was gonna say it was like 21-0,
Yep.
27-3.
Yep.
And then another one. It wasn't.
I forget
Well, it was
the
a little
others.
bit better. It was like 40-24 or something, but
Yeah,
it was
no.
never really that close.
It was $1 million to very little, and like I said, I thought I was gonna come in here. You guys were gonna sit me down, say, have a security guard come in, maybe Ethan, and just be like, you got to turn in your badge. You got like, we can't have you anymore. So I don't know. It's tough sitting on this couch. Looking at the lines for this weekend, I didn't even feel great about any of them, but I got 3 picks here. We'll see what happens. All you can do is just keep chugging like this train, and we'll see what happens.
I think that just goes to show you that you feel comfortable gambling. That's one of the most dangerous times.
That's true.
Because you think you've got that's when you take your bats. When you think you know what's going on. When you feel you got a steady footing. Kind of got to just always watch your back when it comes to these lines. I mean, when you think something's too good to be true, odds are it typically is.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest lessons that I've learned over the years of gambling is the faster you get over the losses, the better. Like, if you're upset going into this weekend, firing like 3-4 unit bombs on everything, you're going to be in trouble. But if you get back to the basics of gambling, identify those lines that look obvious, and don't go too heavy, you'll bounce back. You definitely will.
I just want to say, if people want to start fading Topher, it might be a good time because I have not won a game since the Rodgers injury. I was on a winning streak up until Rodgers got knocked on the ground, and now the teams I've bet on have scored about 10 total points, and the teams against them have scored 300. So
Yep, record-wise, unfortunately, you and producer Burrs both took some 0-3 knocks against your record last week, so you move on the season, Topher, down to 6-11. It was craziness last weekend, and it was highlighted right away with the Thursday night matchup. Raiders +3 against the Chiefs. It comes right down to the wire. Raiders going right on that end zone goal line. Touchdown to Crabtree. Flag. Incompletion. Flag. Incompletion.
Don't do it.
Flag. Completion. Let's review, though, before we kick the extra point, because we're not sure if it was over the goal line. You know, some could say it was amazing TV. I mean, if you're writing the gambling story, it's a tale and a half. I mean, there were 4 endings to the game. I think maybe that if a game comes down to a goal line stand, they should just agree on both sides and do it best of 3. That way you don't get lucky. You get it's really the best team wins. It might be a good alternative. Maybe in the future that'll be something we'll do. This could be a trademark game that paved the way for it. But what was some of the other craziness you guys saw, or what did you think of that ending yourselves?
Go ahead. Yeah, that game I did not have money on it, so I really wasn't tuned in. I was all over Twitter though, and it just erupted at the end of that Thursday night football game.
Of course.
So I really wasn't too tuned in. Last week, one thing that I definitely thought was funny was a lot of people on the Atlanta Falcons. When I see a tweet in the morning from Vegas books and the guys that work down there that say Vegas needs the Patriots, automatic red flag, and you put money on the Patriots -3.
No team.
I've never seen people just text me like, yeah, I like Atlanta +3, a team that's already lost to the Buffalo Bills, lost to the Miami Dolphins, and you're betting against the Patriots at home in a primetime game.
No team has ever thrived in history in chaotic weather more than the Patriots. Going back to the Tuck Rule game, where Belichick literally told the stadium staff, do not plow the field until right before the game.
Mm-hmm.
So they obviously wanted the advantage. They wanted this last week with the fog. I think you might make this point. I don't know if you were going to mention it. I don't know if it's one of your picks, but going into this week, the Chargers don't even have tape. We were
fourth quarter.
We
They
were
were
looking
showing
at the
that.
Madden view. We were looking at the Madden view of the Patriots offense. Like, I don't know. Going back to the Oakland game, though, obviously the Lynch getting tossed was a big turning point, and I'm sure that affected some gamblers. So,
Of course, fantasy owners were devastated with his early toss there. We're seeing craziness across the board. And I think we're going to see even more with the return now of the NBA. It's back, folks.
Yep.
The lines are crazy. Already, people's perceptions are being tossed completely upside down. And we're seeing absurd line movements, similar to UB Colgate earlier this year. That's the thing. When you have these football games, you're not seeing any really crazy line movement. You're just seeing, basically a standard point here, point there. Maybe a couple of a big injury gets announced early or something. But NBA, you could see a point spread move 4 to 6 points sometimes. You see tickets with 80% action one way, but the line's moving the other.
It's hilarious.
They're not crazy. It's crazy. It's an absolute circus. Silver snakes are out.
And I'm going to be honest with you, I do not bet the NBA. I refuse. I might dabble come playoff time, but NBA is not a sport I bet on. You get I do look at lines though, and I think it was a couple days ago you had the Cavs almost 15-point favorites at home to the Bulls.
Yep.
And the Bulls covered. It's a regular season
And
game.
led into the fourth quarter. Because what happens in the regular season are those second line guys are getting substantial minutes, especially this early in the season.
Yeah.
And when you look at the Cavs, as far as their players per minute, the positives, literally LeBron is the only person playing above average at all for them right now. Even Dwayne Wade's kind of in the muck down there.
No, I'm sorry. The NBA is a joke. I refuse to give my money to the local books on the NBA.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll tell you what, that craziness is back, but the other craziness is also back. Carmine's Italian Gourmet, 9430 Transit Road. It's back, folks. Some of the best dining options across the board, whether it's the piccata, the chicken cacciatore, the penny pink vodka. If you have it Al's way, you're going to go home happy one way or the other.
Could be a birthday dinner real soon for me and my family going
Definitely.
to Carmine's for the first time.
9430 Transit Road, Carmine's. Make sure to check it out. It's back, folks. And I'll tell you what's back. Us to our winning ways. Let's get to it. Week 9, college football season coming up?
Yeah.
Okay. So we got to come up. We got 5 units to spend. I'm going to kick us off.
Okay.
2 units. No pip. Give me the zips. Akron Zips. 2 units, -5. UB, they're overdue. They're still so good against the spread. They're still overdue for just a little bit of a come down before their stretch run where they eventually make a bowl game. Akron Zips, -5.
Okay, that's one thing I didn't want to talk about. UB did not. I put a unit on them last week. The homer pick, obviously. First spread they have not covered all year, which is pretty disappointing, but with a third-string quarterback, and that's what looks like is going to happen in Akron this week. Honestly, I do like that pick. Myself, I wrote down a couple games in college. USC, Arizona State. I'm not going to put any units on it. Really surprising line. If you would have told me 4 weeks ago that Arizona State would have only been 3.5 point, or no, they're 3.5 point dogs.
Begging you to take the Trojans.
Oh my
Begging
God.
you to take the Trojans.
Arizona State weeks ago was giving up 35, 40 points a week easily. The past 2 weeks defensively.
The average offenses.
Yeah, and now they look good. They shut down Utah last week. The week before, I forgot who they played. They had a good defensive performance as well. I lean Arizona State there. But my play of the week, you know what? I'm not even taking the NFL this week. This is what you call a 5-unit bomb. I am fading the Notre Dame Irish and will be taking NC State on the road for 5 units plus 7.
So you're fading it on a letdown spot.
Yes.
Side. You're not fading it because you're loving NC State and everything. You're loving it as a letdown spot for the Irish.
I'm definitely more of that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. After you
Okay.
beat USC by 4 touchdowns, was it?
Yeah, they
4?
shellacked them.
I mean, come on. I love NC State getting 7.
Could we argue that you're a little biased with this pick? We all know you hate it.
You don't like Notre Dame, but I'll tell you what, I agree with the spot. I
You
mean,
didn't have to say that. For the
only
rest of
to
us, but
only
yeah.
beat NC State by 7. I mean, it doesn't seem like a big ask. They're at home, correct? Obviously,
Who?
Notre Dame.
Yes.
Yeah, so it doesn't seem like a big ask, but I'm with you. I think it's a sharp pick.
Thank you.
Topher, what are you laying on us for the Saturday slate?
I'm putting 2 units on Bill Belichick's Rutgers. 24 point. Don't laugh. 24-point dogs going into the big house.
Oh,
Bill Belichick around. There's a lot of players who he's going to be rowing his boat up, his 7 rings boat, up into New Jersey, scouting for players. These are the games that he's going to be looking at. I'm taking
Against
Rutgers
Michigan?
against the Michigan Wolverines.
After that last week, you don't think Khakis is coming out firing this week? Up
Didn't-
42
didn't
nothing.
Michigan beat Rutgers last year like 49-0 or something?
Oh yeah, like at the end of the first quarter.
So Rutgers is angry.
Big revenge spot then for Rutgers. Okay,
Big revenge
I'm
on
with
the
you.
road. I like it.
I'm with you. Okay, Burrs, what are we laying on the Saturday platter?
Sure.
After a tough 0-2 on the college side last week for Burrs.
Short-term memory. Totally forgot about it already.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
what happened.
Perfect.
Here we
In
go.
one, out the other.
Two college plays, each 1 unit. I'm going Kentucky at home, -4. I'm gonna take them 2 weeks in a row. They're gonna bounce back. I'm gonna ride the tail veil, bounce backs or letdowns, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then my other one, I'm gonna go Big Ten, Iowa -7 at home to Minnesota. They're not rowing the boat.
They don't have a chance up in Minnesota.
I personally lean Minnesota.
I know you do. That's why I'm taking Iowa.
Nothing like a personal lean. Just let them know how you really feel.
I always
Additionally, I will be taking 1 unit on Michigan State, Northwestern over 40.5. I think both teams are going to get going offensively this week after they've struggled in these last couple weeks. These two teams have a level of familiarity, and I think with that you're going to see an early high-scoring, maybe 28-point first half, and then they're going to push it over with at least 14 to 17 in the second half. So we're taking the over 40.5, Northwestern and Michigan State there. And then I'll also be taking 1 more unit on Arizona +3. Hosting, who are they hosting?
I did not see Arizona. I know Arizona State's playing.
Pull it up for me while I'm
I
going
got
on.
you.
Okay, because we're coming off a 9-3 week, and then what happened last week? We ended up going across the board 2-3. Oh,
Wazoo?
geez, 2-9. 2-9. Yes, they're playing Washington State. Luke Falk, number 15, Washington State, coming into Arizona. I think it's a big chance for them to get a win. A lot of hype around Falk right now. The line just stinks to me. That was really why it was. That's why I was having such time with it. It just makes no sense. Washington State's rolling. I like the Arizona Wildcats to keep it close.
Yes.
So let's move on to where the big boys play. You're out of units. You're cashed out. So as far
I feel
as
good.
yeah, you're done on that one. We got the NFL plays coming up. As of this time of this recording, for the Thursday night matchup, we see via our line sponsor, D'Agostino's. D'Agostino's, best pizza in Cheektowaga. We have 57% of the tickets currently on Miami for the Thursday night matchup. However, 59% of the money is on Baltimore. So that tells us sharp action on the Ravens, -3.
Yeah.
Surprised that line's so low with the Ravens at home. That seems like they're begging you to bet Ravens against a backup quarterback.
You know why that line's that way? It's because the Ravens are horrible.
Yep, they're bad. They've lost 4 of their last 5.
I mean, the past couple weeks, I mean, I've been watching them play. They can't move the ball.
Cannot move the
Flacco is
ball.
garbage.
And
That team is done.
Wallace and Macklin are both out, right?
Yeah.
Two threats, yep. So, anyways, that's just at the time of this recording. But we got the rest of the slate coming on. Topher, what are you pounding on NFL Sunday?
Real quick, speaking of D'Agostino's, I was depressed eating D'Agostino's upstairs. You guys saw it, the viewers didn't, but it was happening. Just the perfect food to help you recover.
Oh, yeah. Well, you said you were depressed eating D'Agostino's. I was like, wait, what?
Right from the big
You were
loss.
depressed,
Oh,
and then
depressed.
D'Agostino's made you feel better, obviously.
Yeah,
of course, yes.
yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry for the
You,
confusion.
well, no, you threw me.
I'm a stumbling,
me.
mumbling mess
So
right now.
sometimes,
All right.
sometimes it's those who you think you know the best that catch you the most off guard, such as Topher right there. Topher, give me that Sunday. Give me that Sunday delight.
All right, so 3 units left. I'm going 2 units. The Falcons right now are 5-point favorites in New York
Last
against
week
the
took
Jets.
them down, but this week they bounced back.
Yep, exactly. They started off at 7. This is I just think this is where we start seeing the Jets kind of return to earth. They've already exceeded expectations this year. What? Huh?
It's 4 equal sides.
Oh.
It's a square pick.
Okay, great. Sometimes a square pick will get you back on the board after,
All square in love and war.
All right, seriously, I think the Falcons, they bounce back. I think this is where we
Okay,
start
I'm
seeing the
with you.
Jets kind of return to earth
I've
a
been
little
wrong
bit.
before. I'll be wrong again.
I don't believe you. All right, and then I got 1 unit left. Steelers 3-point dogs in Motown.
Wow.
Or sorry, are they 3-point dogs or favorites? I don't even know. I'm
Steelers
going
are favorites in Detroit.
Yep, that's right. So
3-point
I'm going-
favorites in the show. Ooh, be careful betting against Stafford at home.
Steelers offense is firing on all cylinders though, so
That's
I'm
true.
going with the Steelers.
Lions coming off a bye week.
Yes.
Yes. Their last game was the offensive battle against the Saints.
The Saints, yes. Elbers, what are we targeting for the Sunday side of things?
Short and sweet, to the point. Chiefs -4. Elvers out.
Oh my God.
Wait, the Chiefs are -4?
7. Sorry, 7.
He was buying points.
Yeah, who are they playing? Who are you buying
I
points?
can't-
Minus
Units
200.
on
Minus
I
200.
could buy the points. I'm going 3 units with it, but I'm going to stick with the 7.
Okay.
They're home to Denver on
Oh
Monday
my
Night
gosh.
Football.
Denver bouncing back in a big way. Road Simeon finally gets it done.
Oh,
Give me the Denver money line plus 225, 1 unit. Anything else?
that's it for me.
Let's just hope for
Let's
a
go
bye
NC
week.
State.
Alright.
Out of all of us, let's go.
Cash me out.
Wait. Fade the Golden Knights. They
Fade.
got a 6-game Northeastern trip. They're gonna get killed.
Sharp targets. Fade the Golden Knights.
And fade Topher.
And fade Topher.
Honestly, the sharp targets are fade Topher.
Fade
So
Topher.
what happens when you fade Topher,
Fade
but Topher
Topher,
just said
he gets
fade,
hot.
fade the Golden Knights?
Fade Topher.
Which-
Fade the Knights.
That's insane.
Well, it's a conundrum. It's like we're trapped.
It's not good.
Pound the Golden Knights. Good night now.